How you doing? My name's John Sikoris, and this is Sharif Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
You have no idea what's coming.
What's going on? How you guys doing? Fixing my shirt here. Alright, I just finished doing maybe some of you guys saw it, the Dave Palumbo RX show. It was me, Zach Kahn, and Lee Priest. Now, Lee Priest is my boy for a long time, and Zach Kahn's my boy too. So I had a good time, and Dave's my brother, bro. We had a fun time, all of us guys. When we get together, we say a lot of crazy shit, and we laugh, and we say stupid things and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way we are. We're just a bunch of fucking momos, and we're having fun. You know what I mean? It's all about the fun. So I don't know if you guys saw that video, but if you did, I just finished doing it. Alright, so anyway, so welcome to Talkin' Smack, where you get to hear me talk shit. And there's our sponsor right there. That's Titan Medical, okay? And there's our channel right there. That's Muscle Sport Mag. And it's Lee Labrada right there in the back of my gym. When I owned the gym, that was 1988. Trained at my gym just before the 1988 Mr. Olympia. That's like that picture right there is 2 weeks before the 1998 Mr. Olympia in my gym. Wait a minute, whoa. Not 98, 88. That's 2 weeks before the 1988 Los Angeles Olympia, which I was at right there. Okay, he was at my gym in 1988, not 98. I'm fucking got Alzheimer's. But anyway, alright, listen, a lot of you guys, right here, I got the Swede was asking me, we'll talk about a few things, but the Swede wanted me to talk about, fuck, I'm kicking this goddamn fucking thing. Alright, the Swede asked me to talk about Lou Ferrigno. A lot of you guys are always asking me, Greg, why do you always talk shit about Lou Ferrigno? What is it about him? Is it because he charges kids for, for autographs or to get your picture taken? No, it's not because of that. Okay, he has a right to do that, and you have a right to tell him fuck you, I don't think that he's such a nice guy for that. I've heard 100 fucking horror stories about all that shit. When I used to work for muscular development, and I did the whole fucking thing about Ferrigno, I used to get people sending me videos, VHS videos of like fucked up shit that Lou would pull at like some of these expos and stuff, where he'd tell people get the fuck, you want your picture taken with me to pay me or get away from me, like stupid shit like that, and even tell like kids like 10 years old and stuff. I used to get those videos, and there's plenty of stories about that online. But that's not why I have a beef with Lou. Well, I don't really have a beef. He has more of a beef with me. He don't like me. Pfft, dude, join the fucking party, buddy. Get online. You know what I mean? I live in a fucking house where I'm the lion of the house, bro. I'm the fucking alpha male, and nobody likes me, okay? But I fucking take care of everybody. Nah, they love me here. But so what I'm trying to tell you is it stems from Lou and a lawsuit that he had against his brother and his father, his family's company. Okay, he sued his brother when his father died. And it was like the day Matt, who I knew, listen to me, I knew Matt for, let's see, 1978, maybe? Something like that. I knew Matt Ferrigno because I used to buy equipment off him. And that's part of the big problem, okay? I used to go down to Brooklyn Avenue, down there, and I used to buy equipment off of Matt, the brother Randy, and then they had a cousin. I can't remember his name. Andy was telling me, but whatever. So I used to buy equipment off them all the time, and I gotta be honest with you, it's my favorite equipment to this day. I still love Ferrigno equipment, and I'm not trying to give a plug, because I think Andy still owns Ferrigno Fitness. Now it's in Jersey. It's no longer in Brooklyn. Unless he closed it recently, but not that I know of. But it was my favorite equipment, and Matt used to give me shit all the time. Here, take this, take that. You know what I mean? We got to know each other. We got along really well. Okay, so Matt Ferrigno, Lou's father. All right, and we're all guineas. Same thing. The brother Andy. So now, fast forward. Andy gets a hold of me when I worked at Muscular Development, and he said to me, listen, my brother's suing the company here. He's saying that we capitalized on the Ferrigno name, that whenever we sell equipment, that's, people think they're buying equipment from Lou, okay, and it's not Lou, it's us, it's, my father, meaning his father, Andy, Matt, and Andy, okay. And, Lou was already estranged with his father. I got to be honest, he gave me a deathbed letter. I gave it to Steve Bleckman. Bleckman's like, I'm not printing this. I'll go to we'll have a fucking lawsuit. So, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you what it says because I'm not fucking going to get in trouble. But just let's say it wasn't the greatest letter. All right? And basically, that's what it stems from. It stems from me writing an article exposing how Lou was suing his father's estate, the family, it was his brother, the company, Ferrigno Barbell, because that's what it was called, Ferrigno Barbell, for using his likeness and saying that he made the Ferrigno name famous, that people thought they were buying from him, and he was getting no money from it, you understand? So basically, yeah, I'm buying equipment from Lou Ferrigno, and it's not, you're not getting it from him, you're getting it from his father and his brother, because it's called Ferrigno Barbell. And yet Lou was claiming, I make no money off that, and they made money off of it. That's what the lawsuit basically was about, right? And Andy, I did the article, and Andy, Andy was very upset, to say the least. The family had been estranged, and they, like nobody was talking to each other, and a lot has to do, what Andy had told me. Now I can't say, I gotta be careful what I say because I don't really know 100% facts. I know what I know is to be the facts because of what was told to me by his own blood. Okay, but they feel like it's one of those cases where guys marry sometimes girls who turn them against their families, or vice versa, and this becomes a riff. You know what I mean? And sometimes families fight over control over a person. I don't know if I'm being clear, but it stems from that, okay? And Lou sued his that Ferrigno Barbell. Now, that would be like if my son made it super big, and in bodybuilding, okay, and we came out with my son wins the Olympia, whatever, he's a superstar now in bodybuilding, and I come out with Valentino equipment, and my son sues me for using the Valentino name, where he got it from me, first of all, and saying that I'm capitalizing on him, on his fame, what he sweat, and that, dude, you should be happy if your father can make money off of something that you've done. And his father, Matt, who was a very, very unique individual, let's just put it that way, okay? He was the one who, we saw in the movie Pump and Iron, how he pushed Lou and everything into bodybuilding and everything. If there was no Matt, there wouldn't be no Lou. Let's sum that up like that, okay? Let's sum that up like that. Again, I'm walking through eggshells of what I say here, okay? I know a lot more, but I'm not going to... There's no reason for me to tell you guys that, okay? The bottom line is what I'm telling you now. Okay, why? You asked me why, that's why. There's 100 stories I know. I'm not going to throw them because, these fucking people get so happy, you know what I mean? And, it's not for me, and I'm not trying to dig up old bones within the family. But I can tell you that Andy was my boy, and he's a very, he was grateful for the story, and I then hooked Andy up with the National Enquirer, because I know the guys over now, because I've been on the cover of, not the cover, the inside cover of the National Enquirer, and on the back cover. I've been on there a bunch of times, okay? I was involved in a scandal with Maury Povich and his fucking producer, this girl, who I'm not even going to get into, but I've been that, and I've been the biggest arms of bullshit and all that crap. But, so, regardless, so I hooked him up, and, and Andy was very grateful for my help. And Lou used to tell Steve Blackman that I cheapened the magazine. The Ramblin' Freak was like was a bad column for bodybuilders, like a black eye on bodybuilding. Hey, dude, you don't like it, don't read it, right? You don't like these videos I do? Don't watch them. If you think I'm a piece of shit, okay. Again, get in line. You know what I mean? Not going to change my life, So, that, and I know a few other stories. I'm friends with the Cake Boss. And, there's a little fucking, if you're watching this, that little bottle of wine or whatever it was that wound up in your briefcase. You know the story. I'm not going to get into that whole story. But let's just say, I know the Cake Boss, and he was fucking bitching and telling me some shit, So that's the bottom line. So that's where the bad blood comes from, because I sided with his family. I sided with his brother Andy, who I like, okay? And after the lawsuit, he actually had to have a disclaimer. He changed the name from Ferrigno Barbell to Ferrigno Fitness, and said, we have no affiliation with Lou Ferrigno, the bodybuilder, when in fact, that was his father's company and his brother Andy's company now. Okay? So that's his brother Andy. We have no affiliation with Lou Ferrigno, the bodybuilder. That's what he had to write. Okay? All because of this bullshit. So, if you could help your brother out there, or your father, or your family's estate, by them choosing the name that they gave you, why would you do something like that? Huh? Would you do that to your father, mother? Anyway, so there you go. Without me, Jesus Christ, I keep it. Now, again, of course, there's a million stories of what a prick he is, coming up, little kids coming up to him, with a napkin, can you sign this? You got $20, you know what I mean? There's a million stories of that. There's videos and shit. I ain't getting into that. He has every right to do that, by the way. You know what I mean? Anybody has a right to do it. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not a scumbag. So that's the Lou Ferrigno spin with Gregg Valentino, Lou Ferrigno. And I offered I offered to Steve Blackman in the magazine in Muscular Development to, put the kibosh, to this whole thing, and maybe I can get Andy and Lou back, back then. Now, I haven't talked to Andy in a while, so for all I know, maybe they are talking now. Okay? Maybe they are. I actually hope they are. But back then, there was bad blood, and I would bet that they're not talking, but I could be wrong. But I offered to try to hook that up, and, Lou didn't respond. So there you go. And I hooked it up through the magazine, through Steve Blackman, so it's, we got the pipeline right there. Okay? So there you go. You asked me, that's the deal. All right? All right, next question. Now, this is a doozy of a question. This guy, I wasn't sure if this was fucking a real question at first, but Caesar Canilla, okay, wants to know, I hope I said your name right. Yeah, Caesar Canilla, okay, wants to know why Lee Priest says in RX Muscle shows at the end of the program about pedophilia, homosexual orgies, stuff like that. He says it like a joke, but it seems like he is saying it for real. Because in South America, Freemasons do these things. Question. What's your opinion on adenochromy, whatever the fuck that means? I looked it up. It's some kind, I don't know what the fuck it is. But anyway. And have you ever heard of the Lolita Express billionaires of Manhattan, Jeffrey Epstein, Pizzagate connection with all these Democrats and billionaires, sexual, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, dude, I have no idea what that adenochromy means. Adenochromy, whatever. I don't know. Somebody, you trying to state something where you're taking shit from dead kids or some shit. I don't know. Something, whatever. Look. Lee Priest is my friend, and the way he is, if you're sitting with him in person, you know what I mean, like in a car, like, you know, we've driven around and shit, and, you know, if you're sitting in a restaurant with him or something, that's the way he is on RX. The way he is on RX is the same way. He's always joking around, he's got a straight face, and he'll say fucked up shit. He's like that, okay? That's just Lee. Now, about the orgies and the pedophilia and homosexuality, I've been in this sport a long time. There have been orgies. The pedophilia part, I have no clue about. I never heard about any of that. The homosexuality, shit, motherfucker. You know what I mean? That shit's been going on a long time. That's how a lot of these bodybuilders made money. Because they would, you know, posing for gay dudes, being part of, like, their little clique, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's what would happen. I mean, some of the gays are responsible for bringing Arnold over here. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science, you know. And if you've been around old school bodybuilding and old school bodybuilders, you'll know that that was very prevalent in this sport a long time ago. What does that have to do with anything, though? So, Caesar, I don't really not understand your whole question, the way you map this out. Lee is not... Lee says shit, but, you know, Lee also gets a little crazy, you know what I mean? I never saw no pedophilia. I know all about the homosexuality. I know all about the fucking posing for dudes and all that shit. I know all about that shit. And a lot of guys do it and still do it to this day. Okay? They make the shkaro like that. Okay? There's big money in that shit. But nothing to do with no pedophilia. And most of the guys themselves, they're not homosexual, but they'll pose for men. Some will actually have sex with guys, you know. Shit like that. So... I guess that's what Lee was referring to. See, because I never saw the RX show that you're referring to. I have no idea what you're talking about. But you're asking me, is it in this sport? Oh, yeah, it's in this sport big time. A lot of the photographers, a lot of those guys, it's like with the women photographers, all the guys that run the women, they're all schmoes, you know, they're guys who, like, are fucking, like, submissive to women, and they love that shit, and, you know, and everything. They have nothing to do with fitness. You can see what they look like themselves, you know what I mean? They never touch the weight or anything. But there's a lot of homosexuality in this sport. People who put money into the sport to help promote things and help, you know, help bodybuilders out, you know. But my thing is, who cares? I don't give a shit. I don't care what anybody does. You know what I'm saying? I could give two shits what anybody does about any of that stuff. So, Lee Priest likes to say things. He's a fun guy to be around, and he's maybe seen more of that shit. I don't know. Europe is a different animal than he's not in Europe. I know he's in Australia. Simmer down. Okay, I know that, but he's all over the place. And I don't know what he's referring to. That's all I can tell you. Okay, I know I've seen firsthand a lot of that stuff, but no pedophilia. No way. No way. No. Listen, I hear that that's the part of what's... Listen, I hear that that's part of what's going on at Oxygen Gym. I hear this rich sheiks, rich guys. Somebody told me, now I don't know if this is true, but there's guys that come into the gym just to watch the bodybuilders train. And they're rich. And they'll fucking throw some scotto. And they'll get the fucking chemical. They pay for everything. You understand? You read between the lines? I heard that's one of the key ingredients in Oxygen Gym. Okay? Somebody told me there's actually bleachers there where they sit. Okay? I don't know if that's true. I do know that it is true that there are guys that go there and support the bodybuilders and, I mean, think about it. How do some of these American bodybuilders get out there with no money? They're out there living for maybe 3, 4, 5 months. Where are they getting their money from? It ain't a supplement company. This is somebody's throwing out the scuttle sponsoring that. So I do know that there's shit going on like that. And it's always been that way. There's rich sheiks and all that stuff. What are you going to do? I can give two shits. There you go. Hope that answers your question. Now, one of our guys on here is a little problem here. Okay, his name is Osman. Okay, Osman. O-S-M-A-N. And he said his mother died 2 months ago, and since she's gone, he has no motivation to go to the gym. So his mother died, now he has no motivation to go to the gym. And he said, please help, with a sad face. He wrote, these are comments off of the Muscle Sport Mag videos that I do. Whew. Okay, listen to me. I've been around death. I've seen people murdered in front of me, shot in the head. Okay? And it's a scary fucking thing. Nobody I love, thank God, but I did see my girlfriend die of an overdose, okay, of heroin. And I did see my father die right in front of me. I held him while he died, okay, and my mother. Okay, my mother, I saw her right after she died. I mean, she was still there, in the house on the floor and stuff. So what I'm just saying is, and I remember holding her hand, and I felt cold coming in and warm leaving, which means, she just died. You know what I'm saying? And it was blood everywhere. It was bad. But what I'm trying to tell you is I've seen things that a lot of people haven't seen. A lot of, you see parents die or grandparents die, and now you see them there they are laying in a casket, or we see them in a hospital bed, and, I've seen it worse. Okay? Okay. It's never easy. And you're never going to forget it. And you're never going to, have them back. They're gone. Your mother's gone. Okay? You can't consume your mind with it because, again, that which consumes your mind controls your life. Now, it's normal to go through a grieving period. It's normal. All right? I've told this story. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but when my girlfriend died, her mother, we were sitting at the funeral, at the actual funeral in the church and everything. And my girlfriend was cremated, and her body was right there, and in an urn thing. And my girlfriend's mother was crying, really, really, heavy duty. And I was crying. I was with her. And my girlfriend's mother, they're like, you know, they're from Puerto Rico, so they had, you know, they were trying to, like, they have their own little ways of dealing with shit, you know. And they came over to her, and they were sticking, her name was Maria. And they're like, Maria, Maria. And he was sticking pills, like Xanaxes and Valiums in her mouth, like this, because she was crying. You know, Maria, it's okay, you know. And they're sticking it in her mouth. And the mother took the pills and spit them across the room. And I learned a lesson from that. Listen to what she said. She said, that's my child right there. And she's gone. She's dead. 26 years old. Dead. She did not get a chance to live her life. She said, I have every right to cry. And I need to cry. I need to grieve. I don't need a pill to take away an emotion that I'm supposed to feel. And I was like, wow, that is some heavy fucking awesome shit. It taught me a lesson back then, okay? It's a human nature. You don't want to mask something with a pill that just, if you need to cry, do you understand? You have to get that out. Do you understand what I mean? Like, if you had diarrhea and you took an anti-diarrhea pill, that doesn't mean you got rid of the sickness, okay? It's in there, and you kept in. Sometimes you have to let the diarrhea pass, you understand, and get rid of that bacteria, whatever. You understand? If you're grieving, you must grieve. You must cry. You must feel that pain. That's how you clean your soul. That's how you cleanse yourself inside. That's what heals you. Okay? That's the healing part. If you don't cry and you hold it in and you block it and you make yourself so chagad by taking some fucking pills, okay, to stop you from feeling a normal emotion, then eventually it's going to come out. Do you understand that? Eventually it's going to fuck you up in a bad way. Do you understand? If you sweep dirt under a rug, that doesn't mean your house is clean. The dirt's there just under the rug. The rug is hiding it. One day when you lift up that rug, there's going to be dirt everywhere. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're meant to feel pain. It's supposed to hurt. Congratulations, you're human. Especially with love, especially with a parent that you know that you're never going to see again. Okay? Now, I know some of you are saying, that's not true. You will see her in heaven. Okay, simmer down. We're not trying to get into the spiritual shit. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, hold on, I can move my leg here. I'm trying to tell you it's normal for you to feel what you're feeling. It's normal to grieve. You don't need a pill or something else to block you from feeling human emotions. You got that? That's what my girlfriend's mother was teaching me. I don't need a pill because I don't need a pill that's going to make me so fucking like this that I don't feel anything. I want to feel that. I need to heal. I need to cry, to heal, to cleanse. I need all that. That's what she told me. She told me that. And she was right. It made her stronger in the end. What I'm trying to tell you is, it's the changing of the guard. You know, my father, I remember when my grandmother died, I said to my father, how you doing? You all right? And he said, sure. He said, well, it's the cycle of life. It's changing of the guard. He said, now I'm the grandfather, and you're the father, and your son is the child. And one day, you're going to move up a notch, because my father said, I'm going to pass. So now you're going to be the grandfather. Your son is going to be the father, and his kid's going to be the kid. It's the cycle of life. It's like just to keep the line moving. It happens to us all. Your parents are not going to be there forever. Okay? None of you are going to, your family, your brothers, your sisters, they're not going to be there forever. Your grandparents, they're not going to be there forever. So, what's his name? Osman, let me just help people for 1 second, because I want to fix some people here that your parents are still, if your parents are still alive, okay? And what I'm trying to get is, if you watching this video, if you're estranged from your mother or your father or your grandparents, or your brother or your sister or somebody you love or your children, fix it. Fix it now while you can. Fix it now while you're alive. Fix it in the living years, because you can't do it if they're gone. And there's nothing worse. Okay? Me and her, my girlfriend, you can't see a picture, but my girlfriend, the one who died, 26 years old, my last words to her were basically, fuck you, we had an argument. Okay? And I loved her to death. We just had a little argument. And that's why she medicated herself. So I took the blame for a lot of that, for basically, you know, overdosing, because she was upset over the argument with me and her, okay? You can't get that back. You can't get that back. Sometimes I wonder, if I didn't tell her, fuck you, if we didn't have that argument, maybe she would be alive today. Maybe she wouldn't have medicated herself. Maybe she wouldn't have said, I need to fucking, you know, I need something that's going to just make me go and never, in, you know, la la land, you know what I mean? So if you're one of those people, you haven't talked to your mother, you haven't talked to your father, or you haven't talked to your kids, fix that shit now. Stop being fucking stubborn. Grab your fucking nuts and do the right thing, because one day it's going to be too late. And that's the worst fucking feeling in the world. I have dreams sometimes that my ex is still alive, and she's hiding from me, because I have guilt because of the argument we had. We were together. I was with her that night. Then I went home to sleep. You know, I left her at a friend's house. I went home to sleep because she was a little drunk. And next thing I know, I was told her, I'll pick you up in the morning. You know, next thing I know, I get cops calling me up in the morning. And I'm thinking, okay, it's her. You know, it's her calling me. And it wasn't her. It was the cops telling me to come down and ID her body. You can't get that back, guys. You can never get it back. Fix your life. Fix any broken relationships you have right now. Fix it. I don't care if it's not your fault. If you blame them. Of course, you blame them, and I guarantee they have a great story to blame you. Okay? But doesn't matter. Stop getting petty. Fix it. Fix it now. Fix it in the living years. We don't get a chance to go back. Trust me on this. Man up. Doesn't matter who's right and wrong. You can't say you're sorry when they're dead. So, but Osman, listen, congratulations. Okay? You're a human being, and you're a good person, because you're still mourning. But I can tell you this, it's time for you to pull your pants up, your big boy pants, and get to the gym and continue on with your life. Your mother's not coming back. But I'm sure she would, if she could leave you a message right now, she'd say, don't do this. Don't do this to yourself. This is not what I want for you. Do what you're supposed to do. Go to work. Go to the gym. Live your life. Okay? Because in the long run, you could just sit there and punish yourself. And again, what I always tell you, bang your head against the wall, it's not going to bring her back, bro. It's not going to bring her back. All it's going to do is hurt your head and hurt your life. She'll still be gone. Okay? And I mean that in a loving way. I'm sure she would want you to go on. Make her proud. Get your ass to the gym. Go to work. Do what you're supposed to do. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. But it's not okay to quit life. Gabish? Huh? I'm sure if your mother was here, she would tell you, listen, it's okay. You're upset. I understand. Come here. Okay? It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to grieve. But God damn it, don't you quit. Get up. Get up off that fucking ground. Get up off that bed. And go forward. Okay? That's what she wanted. She loved you. That's That's what she gave birth to you for. That's why she was always there for you. And if you are spiritual at all and you believe the shit I believe, you can't see her, but she's there. Okay? But laying on that bed and filling that bathtub with pity, okay, and misery and despair, you're scratching a wound, you're not going to let it heal. That which consumes your mind controls your life. Make her proud. Be happy that you had her. I didn't have I had my mother, till I was in my 30s. All right? I miss her so much. She's been dead a long time. Maybe 60. So, trust me. My mother's been dead a long time. I'd kill to just have one more minute to talk to her. But it ain't happening. Okay? I talk to her spiritually. But I'm telling you right now, I know my mother. She'd be like, if she was here, she'd kick you in the ass. If it was me laying on that bed, she'd kick me in the ass. And she'd say, get the hell up, let's go. Let's go, you're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. This is not that. This is not who I raised. I raised you to have fucking balls. Get up, let's go. If you love me and you miss me and you honor me, you'll honor what I stood for. Gabish? I'm sorry, man. I got to give you a little tough love here. But you got to get the fuck up. You're not doing yourself no good laying there. You're not doing yourself no good. Alright? It's okay to grieve. It's not okay to quit. Your mother did not raise a fucking quitter. She did not raise a quitter. Alright. And God bless your mother. God bless her soul. Alright, I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Anyway, I hate talking about this kind of shit, but I want to help you guys. Listen, I love all you guys. You know that, okay? I believe in you. Now you need to believe in you. Forgive yourself for anything you've hold against yourself. Start learning to love yourself. Do the right thing. Live your life clean. Get your shit together. Don't badmouth yourself. Don't think bad thoughts about yourself because you start believing that shit. I tell you this every week, okay? Be excellent to you. But be even better to your children, okay? Your wife, your significant other. Pay your child support. Do the right thing, okay? Everything then flows so much better in your life if you do the right thing, okay? Talking shit about yourself to yourself. I'm a loser. I'm no good. No girl's ever gonna love me. Look at me. I can't get a girl. I'm this, I'm that. I'm this, I'm that. Dude, chicks don't give two shits if you're a bodybuilder, if you got abs or not. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's some that do. But for the most part, they don't. Because I have a friend that's 519 pounds, and he gets fucking girls all day, all night. And I have another friend who was once a male model, and he can't get a girlfriend. Can't hold a girl. Because he's fucking little, bots in the head. The way he acts, the way he carries himself, and he really doesn't like himself, and that exudes. When you don't like yourself, other people sense that. You know what they tell you? A dog senses fear. Right? What do they always say? A dog senses fear. Right? You know that? If you start showing a dog you're afraid, you can't do that. Women sense your insecurity. Women say you don't like yourself. It's fucking radiant. Everybody sees it. The way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk, your actions, your emotions. Change that. Learn to love yourself. Learn to give yourself a little credit. It doesn't matter what you look like. I don't care if you're fucking ugly motherfucker. I have friends that are ugly motherfuckers and have girlfriends, man. It doesn't. The girls are more about emotion. They like the man. Okay, that's where the whole women are from Venus, men are from Mars thing comes in. It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay? There's plenty of bodybuilders who can't keep girlfriends, have no girlfriends, are always bitching on the internet. The girls fuck me over, the girls suck. It's not the case. It's not true. Girls don't suck. It's because you don't like yourself. You carry yourself in a different way. My 500-pound friend, bro, he gets hotties all the time. And he's not 500 pounds of muscle, he's 500 pounds of blob. But he fucking thinks he's the shit, and he carries himself. He loves himself. Takes off his fucking, wears the nicest clothes, takes off his sneakers and shit, and he washes them before he puts them back in a box every time he wears them. I have another friend who's 480 pounds, and they're friends, and he, 480-pound friend says to me, I can't get a girl because girls don't like me because I'm fat. And I say, well, wait a minute, Chris is fatter than you. You're 480, he's 519, he gets girls all day, all night. He has like fucking sex orgies and shit. Doesn't matter. Okay? The bottom line is because if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you. You exude that. Just like when a dog senses fear, women sense insecurity. Especially if you're one of those guys that's jealous. Why are you looking at him? Remember what I told you. Lying, jealousy, and violence is a relationship killer. And it's a classic sign of somebody who's seriously insecure. Who deep down inside doesn't love themselves. So if you're with somebody like that, or you're like that, you need to change your ways, bro. You need to change your ways. Alright. Maybe you're not so happy with this week's show. I don't know what to tell you. I try. Okay? Just, please, be good to yourself. Treat yourself a little bit better now. Don't talk shit about yourself to yourself. If you can't do it for you, do it for me. And if you're grieving, and you lost your job, you lost your girl, you lost somebody in your family, or just your life ain't going the way you want it to go. Okay? It's okay to feel a little pain. It's okay to feel a little down in the dumps, but it's not okay to quit. That's when you gotta grab your fucking big boy pants, pull them fuckers up, and go forward. That's how you win. That's how you kick ass. Okay? That's how you become the male lion of the pride, the alpha male. That's how you become that way. When you're down and you've been kicked in the balls and you've been knocked down to the ground, you don't quit. You get up and you do what you're supposed to do. Osman, make your mother proud. Get your fucking ass up and get to the gym. Do the right thing. She's smiling down on you from heaven. God bless you all. Alright? I love all you guys. Put your comments below. Whatever we want, whatever you need my help with, please put it here. I'll help you. Thanks, guys, for being here. I love you all, man. Stop fucking around. Do what I tell you.
At Titan Medical Center, we are here to make you feel better, look better, and perform better. We're here to get you to your optimal levels in the most natural way possible. We are a boutique-style clinic without the boutique-style costs. All medications are monitored and prescribed by a physician. Let us help you get the results you've been wanting. Come to Titan Medical Center for the most cutting-edge therapies and the most current information on how to take the most natural approach to your health.